week 2. Got to keep getting better. Got to keep learning together.
We've got our work cut out for us, but I think for us it's just about doing what we do and staying ahead of the chains and executing.
Trey Amos batted it away!
You can't let one game beat you twice. The thing that's hard is, you want to get right back, because the only thing that gets this taste out of your mouth is a win.
You have to apply those lessons. You also learn to stand and fight, and that's a good skill to know, and we got a lot of guys that are down for that.
We back with another game day vlog. This week, we back at the crib, Northwest Stadium, as you see it ahead of me as I drive and pull up to the game. We were taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, and it was a major game for us because we had an extended week. Last vlog, we was in Green Bay, but there's nothing quite like being at the crib. And my days start early when it's a game day at the crib. And honestly, the biggest reason is because what you're seeing right now, all of this traffic leading up to the game. But it's hard to be annoyed by the traffic. It's hard to be upset about the traffic because the traffic is there because we have the best fans in the NFL. The Commanders fans pull up early, and this is proof of that. The fans was in the building before I even got there, and I'm doing a whole pregame show. So that is a testament to the fans. And speaking of the fans, if you're new to the vlog, if you're new to the BC Game Day vlog, make sure you subscribe because we have great things for you. And now you see me arriving to my favorite place in the world, Northwest Stadium. This shot right here is always crazy to me when we do the whole games and look at this video because it's really a calm before the storm. This is the emptiest you'll ever see Northwest Stadium on a game day, and it's right before they allow all the fans to get into the building. But as I walk around and as you get to kind of peep that outside area where the parking lot is at, it is loaded, it is packed. These fans is here. Don't matter whether we're coming off of a win or a loss, the fans show up and show out like they always do. So this is really the calm before the storm. And it's not just dope to see the fans in the building, but at this time, it's the few times you get to really interact and mingle with the other Commanders employees, right? Whether that's for the team, whether that's for the stadium crew. Northwest and the Commanders, they just hire amazing people. You see all this black excellence right here. All my peoples, man. It's just, I love being able to go around and see everybody and just show love. To me, it's always a dope vibe because once we in it, once the day gets started, we ain't got no time for none of that. We are running around busy and we barely get to talk. So some of these early times is when we get to really rap. And then we also get to see those fans that pull up early as well.
What's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
Good, man.
Ready for today?
Yes, sir.
Let's get this W. Oh, shoot. Go ahead, man.
Now, I did almost run into the custodian dealing with the trash, or they almost ran into me. That's neither here nor there. But again, dope vibes, seeing fans be able to come up and show love. These are the kind of interactions I get on a regular basis, and to me, it's just really cool. And after my walk, I get to pull up to the best set in the NFL, the Command Center Game Day live set with my producers right here. Bram, you know him, he's the voice of the Commanders. Logan Paulson, the legend, does everything under the sun for us, man. I mean, it's just an all-star crew. And you see me just getting ready to rock, baby, because as calm as this is right here, when I get to the desk, this is where real things start. Like you see Maddie rolled up on me right away. I take the laptop out, and it's because it's time to get to work. It's because we got a show to do. But the people I work with, they care so much about the craft. They care so much about the product because the fans deserve it so much. It just makes working really fun. So shout out to my producer, Maddie, again. Like, super young player in this game, but you would have thought she'd been doing it for 20 to 30 years. Like, just a super pro and somebody that really takes this game seriously, and honestly is why our shows are so successful. And what you're seeing us do now is another reason why our producers are so amazing. You see Kayla Key leading the way, Maddie's on the side. We're actually going to another shoot before we even get going with the game day. There's so much prep and pre-production that goes into these shows that y'all love so much, and that's why I wanted to show this part, because we got to travel all around the stadium before we even can get locked in on the show to give y'all this amazing content. And again, it's really our producers, because I mean, you see them, they're taking me where I'm going. I'm not even sure where it's at, but they have all this stuff already set up. They're bringing and carrying equipment. Really, this is a team full of young women, and it's just really impressive to see what they do. And I wanted to take the time to highlight this part. And like, you even see, like, going through just little things with security, seeing my boy Fred Davis right there, had to make sure I gave my guy some love. The legend, we had him on Next Man Up. Make sure you go check that out. But really, yeah, it's a lot of shaking, it's a lot of moving. Fast forward, boom, we on the field and we're getting ready for an interview we're having that we're gonna incorporate into game day. And you see them right there trying to really coordinate, all right, where we're gonna go, where should we be at, what part of the field, where is okay. Maddie kind of leading the way and really directing that. And we just appreciate these young women so much for what they do, because it makes my life a lot easier and all of our lives easier, because they do so much of the heavy lifting. And just like that, we're done with our on-field segment. Now it's time to take a long walk back to the set. Like I said, there's a lot of things that get done, but that's why we show y'all the vlogs so y'all can really see. See our girl Taylor, she worked for the Commanders as well, another good young sister. See my boy B Mitch, he pulls up. My man came with swag. A fan probably just handed that to him off the rip, because everybody loves B Mitch, my brother. And we got to get to the set because game day is about to get started. But I'll tell you one thing I'ma always do, and that's take time to kick it with my Commanders family, take pictures, meet people, because it is so humbling every single time somebody comes up and says they watch the show.
Excuse me. What you doing? You causing trouble?
You can barely go to the bathroom.
No, stop it. Nah, it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
And you know, we meet a lot of new fans, but then we also meet our regulars. She's one of our best fans, man. She always looks out for me, always shows me love. And just like that, it's time for Command Center Game Day Live.
Welcome in to Command Center Game Day Live, driven by Triple A.
Yes.
The fans is here,
Yes.
and my guys is here. Future Hall of Famer Bryan Mitchell is in the building. Mr. 8 to the 9, Santana Moss is in the building. I am your host, Bryan Colbert Jr. And again, I'm amongst the best fans in the NFL, baby.
There you
It's
go.
game day, and there's nothing quite like a game day
Yeah.
at Northwest Stadium.
And that's just straight facts. Look at the fans behind me. Look at the set. We have future Hall of Famers like London Fletcher pull up. B-Mitch dropping knowledge. I mean, to me, there's truly nothing like Command Center Game Day Live. It's my favorite show to do. And it's just because the vibes and the environment are just so much fun. And honestly, my new favorite thing about Game Day Live is this AAA demo field. It's like real turf. We end the shows on it. You see us right there. Bryan Mitchell throwing a pass to Santana Moss. How we end the show. What's a more legendary way to end a show? My dogs, my brothers, and then it's game time. Look at these views from Northwest Stadium. I'm telling you, words could never do it justice. So I'm happy I'm able to capture these moments. Seeing the smoke, seeing the airplanes over the field, seeing the fans standing up going crazy as our guys get busy on the field. There's really nothing fly than that. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a big part about this vlog is not only being able to show y'all an inside look on the games and what I do on game day and post game, but it's also a chance for me to tell y'all a little more about myself and share a little bit about myself. And for those that don't know, I grew up in Northern California. I grew up in the Bay. So I'm very, very familiar with the Raiders. And to work a game where I'm covering them, where I'm right here with a team that was up the street, with a team that there was times I wanted to go to games myself and I couldn't afford to go. So it was a really, really full circle moment for me, especially because I was able to share this day with my partners. They had never been to a Commanders game ever, and we showed them a good time. I don't know about y'all, but this looks like we got us some Commanders fans on our hands, man. What a fun experience it is at Northwest Stadium. And at halftime, if it wasn't already a perfect day at halftime, we had this thing called Mascot Mayhem. And let me tell you, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is mayhem with a bunch of mascots. Now, I never heard of this before I had gotten to work for the Commanders, but I guess a bunch of mascots come out and they team up together from all over and they play young children. And not only do they play these young children, but they get after it. Yo, look at what this mascot does to this little kid. I just knew to zoom in at this point because, again, these mascots be going crazy. I had to MC this last season, and honestly, I didn't know what I was looking at. Look at the way that Ram just bulldozed that little kid. But like Frankie Louvu said, the little man popped up like toast.
Hey, so a real bad took one on the sideline and popped up like toast. Thank you.
And what a major game, what a major win it was for our Commanders, beating the Las Vegas Raiders. And what a huge moment it was for our fan base because they was lit. But just like that, it is time for Post Game Live. And Post Game Live is so much sweeter when you're coming off of a win. Me and the guys are feeling good. The fans are feeling good. The players are feeling good. This post-game live, we had like 4 or 5 different interviews, and that's the vibes after a big win. It's crazy to think it's just our second home game of the season, and we honestly won't even be back home for like another couple weeks. We got back-to-back road games, and I will be vlogging that. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment, like, share, do all those things. So we gonna keep these vlogs coming, man. I'm having a good time with these. And as fun as it is being at home and doing these shows at home, there is truly nothing like being on that road and being on that field. We will be on that field behind enemy lines. So make sure you tune in to Command Center Game Day Live and Command Center Post Game Live. And of course, tune in to the vlogs, baby, because we're keeping them coming each and every week, every single Commanders game.